Hello everyone and happy Pilates Day. I am so excited that you are here working out with me today. We have our fundamentals flow workout for you today. This is a beginner workout designed for those who are new to Pilates, maybe you've had a break from exercise or are just looking to slow down, move at a steady pace and focus on your alignment and your breath. So today's workout, you really don't need any equipment. There is optional ankle weights for one of the glute series, but you can absolutely do it without. If I'm moving at a pace that is too fast for you, then feel free just to slow it down to what you need, but I'll give out modifications as we go through as well. So we're going to come onto your mat and start sitting back towards the heels, stretching out through the lower back and through the shoulders. So take a big breath here. As you breathe out, slowly start to round the spine. Open your chest so that your weight is over your hands here. The hips are forward. And then just send your tailbone back, drape back down. Breathe out, round the spine forward. Inhale, extend the chest. Open through the heart. Breathe out, round it back. Let this one flow through the body. Inhale, breath. Exhale. 2 more to go. So we'll start with a nice easy warm up, getting some mobility into the body and just waking up some of our core stabilizers. And then we're going to head into a little lower body series, followed by a nice ab series after that. Rounding all the way forward, open the chest, and now let's just come back to all fours and take the right leg forward into a hip flexor stretch. Both hands come onto the knee, push down into your knee and lift the chest up, lowering down in the hips as much as you can, being mindful of a sink into the lower back hip. So we're going to keep that pull up through your center. Now as you breathe out, send the hips back, and then inhale, come down and find that stretch. Exhale, pull back, and this is when you'll really feel that draw up through your center, and then inhale, take it down into the stretch. Push through your hands. One more. Exhale. Inhale. And then from there, bring that leg in. Changing to the other side. Both hands onto the knee. Inhale into the lunge. Exhale, pull back up. Find that lift through your center. Inhale, push into your hands. Stretch it down. Exhale, pull up. Inhale, take it down. One more. And then from here, let's bring that leg back in. Come to all fours. Place the hands directly under the shoulders and the knees under the hips. As you breathe out, reach out with right arm and left leg. Inhale, come back to the mat, reset, other side. So we're imagining that you could balance a glass of water on your pelvis here. The water might sploosh around from side to side, but we're aiming not to let the water tip out of the glass. Inhale back. So even as you change sides, work for that stability. Really push your mat away with your hands. Gentle narrow in of your waist to activate the deep abdominals. One more each side. And then from here, come around to sitting. Have the knees bent and the feet flat. Reach the arms out in front and lift up tall through the spine. Breathe out and roll halfway back towards the mat. And just hold this halfway position here. As we breathe out, little deepening of the abs and scoop the body forward. So you can see it's quite a small movement. As the body goes forward, we're looking for that depth in the abdominals. Being mindful that the shoulders and the head don't take you forward. Keep that wrap back of the shoulders. All right, we've got 3 more here. Really drag your tailbone under between your legs. 2. Last 1. Roll all the way back to the mat. Bring the legs in and press the arms down by your sides. As you breathe out, we're going to go through that same tuck of the tail that we just had. That same scoop of the abs. Now really engage the back of the hips as you lift up. Exhale, roll down joint by joint through the spine. Find your tailbone at the bottom and take a breath in. Exhale, roll up, find the tuck of the tail, scoop up. Breathe in. So at the top here, just look out for this position where it's all really pushing from the back. Think that we want the ribs below the pelvis. Tuck the tail and get that squeeze into your hip extensors. Exhale, roll it down. 3 more to go. Breathe in, press through the back of the hips, back of the shoulders, roll it down. Last 2. Alright, we've got 1 more to go. Rolling down joint by joint through the spine, find your tail, and now lift the left heel up. Same exercise, we roll on the way up. When you get to the top, just lower the hips straight down. Roll on the way up, lower the hips straight down. Really push down through the right heel, the right toes. 2 more. Last one. Change legs, right heel lifted. Roll the hips on the way up, lower the hips straight down. And roll. And lower. Think of those knees just pointing straight out over your second toe. Last 2. This last one, hold up at the top here and now alternate heels, lower straight down. Roll up, alternate, straight down. Keep changing from heel to heel each time you get to the top. Just adding in that extra little layer of coordination for you. This is a really great one to strengthen the hips through a little varied range of movement. Last 2. Last one. And lower it down, hug the legs in. Take a big breath and relax. Lower the feet back down. Our last exercise in this series, we're going to roll up with 2 feet down. Now see if you can lift the left leg up to tabletop. Roll it back down, 2 legs, and roll it up. Lift, roll it down. All right, now let's do the other leg. Roll up, lift, and down. 2 more. Last one. Bring the knees and feet together. Take the arms out to a letter T and inhale, knees go across. Exhale, squeeze all the air out and come back to the middle. Inhale to the other side. And exhale back. You might get a little crack through the spine like I just did. But what we're really working for is to get the shoulders and the upper body pressing into the mat and get the rotation happening through that lower half of the body. Feet stay together. Last one to the other side, and then we're coming into a little ab series. All right. From here, take the hands around behind the head and breathe out, lift up into your chest lift. As you exhale, lift the right leg up to tabletop, and let's just hold here for a breath in. Next breath out, change legs. Hold for a breath in. Exhale, change. So we're really using the breath out to work on our stability through the pelvis. Get that gentle narrowing in of the waist and head heavy into the hands with each change. 6 more there, and I just want to show you a little trick if you're struggling to get the chest up and you're feeling really tight in the back. Just roll your mat over a few times. Give yourself an extra little bit of height to help you hold the chest up, and this can help you really stretch the spine and get a little bit deeper into the abs and out of the head and neck. So choose which position is best for you as we roll through these next movements. Now let's leave the left leg up, the right leg down. When we do our oblique lift towards that knee, back to the mat, and up, and back. Push down through the right leg. Tailbone heavy. Last one. Lower the left leg, lift the right. And 4. Breathe out. 3, 2. Last one. Now from here, keep the right leg up and lift the chest. If you can, both legs come up to the tabletop. Flex the feet, push through the heels. Right leg goes down and up. Down and up. Now if this is too strong, just do the one leg and keep the other leg on the mat. So just choose which level is right for you. Head heavy in the hands. These simple movements are strong, so you'll really feel them in the abdominals. Last one each side, and then we've got to add in our twist. So if you can, you're still alternating and twist. Back to the middle. Keep breathing. And 6, breathe out. 7, we're going for 12. Last one. And lower the chest. Now from here, breathe out, lift the chest up. Little double leg lower, only as far as you can keep that control. And back down with the chest. Lift, it might be all the way down to the mat. Just see how your body feels. Again, you could do one leg and then just alternate each time you come up. We've got 3 more to go. Last 2. You can do it. And last one. Hug the legs in. All right, we're going to keep the abdominals nice and warm now. Rock yourself up and come around onto all fours. So we're coming into a little bit more integrated core work and torso work. In this all four position, we're going to take the left leg out to straighten into a plank and then the right leg to meet it. Now, if this is too strong on the hands, just come down onto your elbows and do it from the forearms. We pike up with the hips as we inhale. Exhale, come down and find a strong plank position. You should already feel those abs working from the last exercise. So what we need to think about is really engaging up through the legs. Push the mat away with the hands so that we don't end up in a sink here. We really push up. As you come down, the shoulders should be directly over the hands and then lift up into the pike. 4 more to go, and then we are coming down onto the elbows, so we'll give the wrists a break. 3 and 2. Last one, let's stay down, lower the knees, come down onto your elbows, and from this position here, just find a mini plank position so that the hips are in line with the shoulders. And then when you're ready, we are just lifting up, forearm plank, and we hold. So we are just building strength in this isometric plank position, engaging the shoulders down the back, lifting through the abs. If it gets too strong, try lowering one knee down, breathing here for a few breaths, and then swap to the other leg. We're just here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower both knees, little stretch back towards the hips. All right, we come back into that same position. We've got 2 more exercises to go in this little torso series. Lift back up and find the plank. Now we lower left knee tap, bring it up. Right knee tap and up. Use the breath out as the leg lowers. Keep breathing. Feel the shoulders draw away from the ears. Scoop up with the abdominals. 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest the knees. Well done. Stretch back towards the hips. All the way back. Alright, come onto all fours. Last one in this series. Tuck the toes under. And from here, find a little hover. So we lift. Alright, this is a great way to strengthen your plank positions, particularly if you're someone, if you find that you sink into the wrist, we can often get more pull up through here. Now breathe out, take it into the plank, and then come out of it. Other leg, out into the plank, and then out, rest the knees down, open the chest. And we go again. Pull up, lift, plank, and in. Plank, and in, lower the knees, breathe in, open the chest. Let's do that 2 more times through. If you don't need the break in between, then don't take it, just stay up with me. Keep alternating from leg to leg. Shoulders staying stable over the hands. Last one. And rest the legs down, stretch it back, and breathe. Nice deep breath cycle. Alright, from here we're coming onto our side, and this is when you could use your ankle weights on if you want to challenge the glutes a little bit more. So lie yourself all the way down, underneath arm and head wherever you feel comfortable. Bend both knees up to a 90-degree angle, and now we breathe out, lift the top leg, straighten, lift, and lower, up, and down. Breathe through the movement. As the leg extends away, think of that foot reaching as far away from your hip as you can. Keep that length in your hip as you bend the knee back in. I'll show you what it will look like if you don't. You'll feel that collapse. The glute stops doing a bit of the work and the hip takes over. So for the purpose of us getting the result out of the exercise, we want to keep that hip stacked on top of the underneath one. Alright, you should be feeling that glute working now. Last one. And then we're going to keep the leg in here, and now just lower and lift here. And 9. Breathe out, 8. So this one, be mindful of the top hip wanting to roll back, because again, that will just be your pelvis doing the movement for you, rather than the glute doing the lift. 4. Breathe out, 3 and 2, last one, lower the leg down. All right, we've got one more exercise to go here, so let's lift it up, straighten it out. It goes up and over the rainbow, down in front, up and over the rainbow, down behind, and in front, and behind. Just make sure that your rainbow doesn't get smaller as you go through the exercise. We want to keep that same height. 8, 9, 10, almost there, last 2, 11 and 12. Bend the leg in, great work. Take the top arm and the underneath arm out in front. Bend the top arm, roll the chest open and stretch. Push down through your top thigh so that the hips stay stacked. And breathe into this stretch here, relaxing through the glutes, opening through the shoulder and the chest. Deep breath cycle. Last one. Bring it all the way back forward, and let's take it to the other side. Use that top hand, push yourself up off the mat. It's a really good way to get up without loading the neck too much. Same to go down, you can use that underneath arm, lower yourself down. Find that 90-degree angle at the hips and knees, and we lift the leg up, straighten, up, down, and in. so remembering for this exercise, the head and the neck don't need to be the same as mine. You could lower the head all the way down. Other options is just to grab a household pillow and slide that underneath the neck, and this arm will just come forward in front. A Pilates ball. It's really just what you feel most comfortable with to get the best position to really get this work through the glutes. We've got 4 more. And 3. Reach that leg away, reach the hip away. 2. Last one. All right, bring it in, and now we just lift and lower here for 10. And 9. So this is the one where we look out for this happening, and I'm over exaggerating so that you can see, but you can use this top hand just to check that you're not rolling back with the pelvis to lift the leg. Feel that heat come through the hip to lift. And 3, 2, and 1. Rest the leg down. All right, from there we take that top leg back out to straight, and we finish off with our rainbow, going down in front, up and over, and behind. And behind. Keeping that rainbow the same size as we go through. All right, we're almost there. Feel a little draw up through the underneath side of your abdominals. Last one each side. And hug the leg in. Good work. Take both arms out in front, and again you can use a cushion under the head here if you like. Bend that top arm, reach back and stretch. 2 knees stacked as you breathe. Big inhale into the lungs. Exhale, let go of all that tension. 1 more. Alright, from there, press yourself back up using the arms, and we're going to come around onto your stomach now. So have both legs out straight, lowering the body down to the mat, and the hands just resting either side. On the inhale, we lift up through the upper body. Exhale, float the arms, lower the arms, lower the chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, float, lower, and down. Think of the shoulders rolling down the back. And as we breathe out, get a little scoop of the abdominals here up away from the mat. Last 2. And last one. From there, rest the head to the side. Lower the arms down and let the shoulders really relax here. As you breathe in, roll the shoulders back, lift the arms, and lift the chest up, just so you're in a long straight line. So we're not too high, we're really reaching out. The arms are going to go up and down 8 times. If you do have hand weights, you could use them for this exercise. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the head to the other side, relax. And 1 more time, roll the shoulders back, reach to a long line. Get a little scoop up with your abdominals, and now arms. This is a great exercise to really help your posture. 4, 3, 2, 1, and press the hands into the mat and stretch back to the heels. Take a big breath. Alright, from here we're going to come to sitting into a really similar position that we started with in our warm-up, and we're going to come into a teaser prep. So we roll back to where we were before, maybe not quite as far. Arms are reaching, and we just look out for this. So we're going to really use those muscles that we just worked in the back of the arms and shoulders. Breathe out, float one leg up, lower it down. Other leg, and down. So as the leg lifts up, again, just look out for that wanting to sink. So we keep the tuck at the tail, but the chest is lifting up and over. To challenge it, change in the air. So that should really get the abdominals, the core going. Keep breathing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the legs down. Cross your feet and see if you can press yourself up to standing, ideally without the hands. Now from here we stand at the end of the mat and we're going to roll down through the spine. Hands find the floor, the knees might be bent, that's totally fine. Walk out, find your plank position. From the plank, bend and stretch the knees 5 times. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk the hands back in to the feet. Again, bend the knees as you need to, but stretch over to the legs. Walk it back out. Find the length in your plank. Inhale, knees bend. Exhale, scoop up. Keep breathing. And walk it back in. Stretch over to the legs. We've got 1 more of those to go. Walk it out. Least amount of steps that you can do to end up in that plank. Find your length. 4. Breathe out. 3, 2, and 1. Now from here, lower the knees down. In this position here, we're going to try and do a little push-up. So going down as far as you can, even if it's just to here, press back up, find your plank, and push up, and find your plank. Now if that's too strong, take your body weight back, do the push-up here with the elbows coming in closer, then take the body weight forward to find the plank. And you come back. That really reduces the load through the arms. All right, so choose which option is best for you. We've got 2 more. Last one. And lower. All right, we're going to come around onto your side. Come onto the elbow, both knees bent, or a bit stronger, take the top leg out to straighten. Have a little sink down into this position. Now lift right up out of it, and that's where we're going to stay. Breathe out and lift the hips up, and just hold. So we're just breathing in this isometric hold, drawing up through the underneath hip, up through the shoulder, out through the crown of the head. If both knees are bent, you're here. We're just building strength in this side plank. Now from here, a little lower and lift to the hips. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the hips down. Great work, other side. Find your side plank position. Lift up away from that elbow. Lift the hips and breathe. Check the hips are in line with the shoulders, with the feet and the knees. We're not back here with the hips. All right, and then take it into your hip dips. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lower the hips down. Well done. All right, bringing it in from there. We're going to take the right leg out to stretch. Left leg comes in. As you inhale, take a little side adductor stretch. Exhale, come up tall. All right, now if that feels too uncomfortable on the hips or the pelvis, try sitting on just a household pillow or cushion, or roll your mat up underneath your buttocks and sit on that. That little bit of height underneath the pelvis will just help take the pressure off the hamstrings and can allow you to get a little bit deeper into that range. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. Last one. Well done. Thank you so much for joining me for that fundamentals flow. I hope you are feeling really warm through your core and engaged through your entire body. It is such a great workout. I hope that you get to do this again over the next couple of days. to really absorb all of this into your mind and body. I can't wait to work out with you again soon. Thank you so much. Bye. I can't wait to work out with you again soon. Thank you so much for joining me today. Bye.